Hello and happy Wednesday. It's your Goal Essence, and I'm here to deliver your weekly messages, specifically for Libra. So, if you're new here, welcome. If not, thank you for returning. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. We're going to just jump into your messages. What do we have for Libra this week? All right, you have secret admirer, hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest, someone's watching. You have plastic smiles, fake kindness, forced friendliness, hiding resentment behind smiles, friends in name only, as well as two-faced, says one thing, does another, betrayal behind kindness, pretends loyalty, trust carefully, as well as money moves, smart decisions, strategic investments, building wealth, making my money work. In Libra, I'm not taking this as you have someone that you don't know of who's crushing on you or wants a chance with you. I do feel like, Libra, this is speaking of someone that could be in your... It's really funny, you have friend zone right here. Someone that could already be in your circle who is hiding the fact that they like you or that they admire you, not necessarily like you, but they're hiding the fact that they admire you. This could be somebody that's acting like your biggest supporter, but deep down there is some kind of resentment. There is some type of ulterior motive here. You do have friend zone, platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends, like a sibling to me. This could be someone who's resenting the fact that you won't move them out of the friend zone. And this is someone who feels like, they just need a chance with you because a chance with you would be validating to them in some way. A chance with you, I'm hearing, would put them on in some way. This could be somebody who's opportunistic or just sees you as a meal ticket or some type of walking lick. And I do feel like the plastic smiles and two-face could be someone who, again, pretends to be your biggest supporter in your face, and I'm hearing biggest yes man, but behind your back, they could be talking shit about you or sabotaging you, planning to sabotage you, or just really burying a lot of resentment for not being able to be closer to you than they would like to be. So let's pull some tarot. I'm still getting adjusted with being on YouTube, so if I am staring this way and not at the camera or something is weird, I am so sorry, but we will figure it out together. We are on this journey together. Yeah, you got the Queen of Pentacles, that Eight of Wands. I do feel like this is somebody that is watching you elevate yourself in some way, or they feel like you are elevated. With a secret admirer, this could be somebody who truly, again, admires the way you live, the way that you, boss. I'm hearing boss up, the way that you boss up, the way that you, just navigate life, the way you carry yourself overall, basically. All right. Yeah, you got the Four of Cups in the reverse. I do feel like, again, this is somebody that you've rejected, someone that feels friend zoned by you, someone that feels like they're not as close to you as they would like to be. Yeah. Okay. I'm hearing settling for what I can get, or I'll take what I can get. I do feel like, Libra, again, with the Four of Cups in the reverse being clarified by the Star in the reverse, there is somebody that you do not have the same feelings for. This could be someone who's made their feelings known before or multiple times, and you've made it clear to them that what you guys have is all it will ever be, with friend zone being here. With the Star in the reverse, I do feel like this is somebody who is, I'm hearing that ship has sailed. They completely understand where they stand with you. They understand that there is no world in which you guys will have a romantic connection, or there's no world in which you will give them the dynamic they're looking for with you, even if it's not a full-blown relationship. That being said, you do have the Two of Wands upright being clarified by the Three of Swords in reverse. I do feel like this is somebody who is looking on the bright side and just being grateful that they have a chance to be in your life as you enter into some new season with the Two of Wands upright. I do feel like this is somebody who is taking what they can get, settling for what you're offering. The Empress upright being clarified by the Eight of Cups in reverse. I do feel like, again, this is somebody who is being your biggest supporter, your biggest yes man, with the Eight of Cups in reverse to keep you from walking away or to keep you from leaving. I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles upright being clarified by the Ace of Wands in reverse, this is somebody who ultimately is perfectly fine with you not accepting their advances, the ones I always associate with intimacy, passion. This is someone who's perfectly fine with you not accepting their advances because they feel like, I'm hearing, playing the long game. Again, as long as you're allowing them some access in your life, they, with the Wheel of Fortune being at the bottom of the deck, they get to, I'm hearing, bite off of whatever is coming your way. And let's pull some messages for why this is such a bad thing, or why the collective needs to be, my Libra collective needs to be wary of this person. I'm so used to being on TikTok. Again, we're going to figure this out together. We are on this journey together. But why does the Libra collective need to be wary of this person? I mean, aside from the two-face and plastic smiles, let's pull some additional messages. Let's just advance on this, elaborate a bit further. And before I continue, I do want to add, underneath the friend zone, you do have a luxury life. Comfortable wealth, indulgence, enjoying rewards because I deserve it. And I'm tying that into money moves, which, like I said, this is somebody who definitely feels like they are going to stick around with you for whatever you're offering, whatever dynamic you are offering. If you said, no, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, but you can show up as, I'm hearing, we can be cousins though. We can be cousins. You can show up as my assistant. You can show up as my friend zone. This is somebody who's like, I will play my role. I will play my part so well because as long as I get to be in your life, Libra, I'm going to benefit off of this in some way. So Libra, you guys could be moving into, again, a beautiful season. You could be coming into some kind of money. You could be, hanging out with a certain group of people that is desirable to this person. But this is somebody that feels like even if you're not offering a relationship, if they can't, I'm hearing, tie you down romantically, they need to tie you down in some way because I'm hearing you're an asset. Something about being connected to you is seen as an asset. Okay. With the Fool in the reverse at the bottom of the deck, you do have Justice upright. This is being clarified by the Star in the reverse. I do feel like, Libra, this is somebody who is just settling, and not settling for you, but settling for what they can get. I also do feel like this is somebody who feels like you owe them in some sense. This could be, again, a friend of yours, someone who's been in your life for years. This could have been somebody who was pretending to be your friend, but hoping to eventually one day work their way up to being in a relationship with you. This is someone who feels like you owe them, or like they need to get some return on this investment. With the Ace of Swords in reverse being clarified by the Tower upright, I always say up is deliberation, down is decided. I do feel like this is somebody who has decided with the Tower upright that they're going to just ride out this storm. I do also feel like, again, this is somebody who feels like this Tower has completely just foiled their plans or stopped them in their tracks. Again, this could have been somebody that felt like one day you guys would progress into whatever it is they were hoping to work their way up to, and you kind of rejecting this person or denying them is halting them. I'm hearing halting them. So halting them in their tracks. With the World upright being clarified by the Five of Swords upright, I do feel like this is somebody who is selfishly, the Five of Swords, I always say someone keeping tabs just out of their own selfish gain. I do feel like this is somebody who, one, regrets investing so much time working their way up to whatever they thought was going to happen with you, but this is somebody who is not accepting the fact that, their plan failed, they didn't get what they thought they were going to get out of you, and ultimately they need to bow out. This is somebody who's coming back for round two. I think the round two is, again, playing the long game and just sticking around in your life in hopes of, again, getting something for the amount of time they invested, but also someone just seeing it as, if I can't have a relationship with you, I can at least, I'm hearing second best, be your best friend, be your assistant, be close to you or tied to you in some way, while also reaping the benefits of being in proximity to you. This is bringing me to the Knight of Wands upright, being clarified by the Five of Cups in reverse. I do feel like this is somebody who is just having a hard time accepting that the feelings that you have for them or the feelings that they have for you are not reciprocal. I also do feel like this is somebody who's just holding on to you in some way, because with the Fool in the reverse, they feel like you are starting a whole another life, or you're coming into something that they want a piece of. And I do feel like this could be somebody that, because you do have closure as well here, letting go, ending chapters, emotional release, finally free, but this was in the reverse. I do feel like this is somebody that's having a hard time, accepting, again, the fact that, you don't, not only do you not like them or not want a relationship with them or whatever it is, if they want to be friends with benefits, something, you don't want what they want. They're having a hard time accepting that, but they're also having a hard time accepting that, you are moving on to some chapter in your life that may not necessarily involve them as much as they once were involved, but also this is someone that feels like, you are going to forget about them or leave them behind in some way. So yeah, I'm hearing making nice too, which again, this is someone who's making nice, but I feel like they're stuffing down a lot of anger or resentment because they feel rejected. But yeah, Libra, that is what I have for you. I do hope that resonated. Thank you so much for sticking through this with me. I know that this is all over the place, but I will see y'all next week, and hopefully next week I am much better at this. Y'all take care.